All right, we are here. We are Galexis, and welcome. Now that it is February, people think about Valentine's Day. They think about love. While this message may be given to you in February, it's always a great time to think about love. Love is everything. You are love. Everything in the universe is love. The whole substance of soul is love. We are love, you are love, and you are here to learn more about how to consciously love, how to give and receive love, and how to create realities with love. It's all about love, because love is your destiny. Love is the destination. When you know love, you know the divine. You know who you are. It's your path. So, love is that which every human being yearns for, seeks, wants, desires, reaches for. It's the most important thing. Yes, it's more important than money. They have a lot of people who don't think so. But you see, even though love is the most important thing and everybody wants it, love can be hard to get. Love can be hard to understand because, after all, love is defined by the culture you're born and raised in. And the definitions of love, what love looks like, how it feels, what it's supposed to be, how it looks, what you're supposed to do when you love, or whatever. All of these ideas and definitions of love are given to you by your culture, by your parents, by your authorities, religious authorities, civil authorities, friends, any kind of social group that you're in or religious group that you're in, the media, TV, movies. There's all sorts of pictures, images, sounds, tastes, all sorts of information that hints at love. But no one can really tell you what love really is, because it is a mystical, emotional kind of experience. So when you're raised up with definitions that may not really make much sense, you don't know it, of course, at the time, but you adopt some of these definitions of love, and unbeknownst to you, you're thinking that this is the way it's going to be. You're really believing in a fantasy. And no one fantasizes better than the adolescent or the young adult. They think they know what it is. Well, when you're an older adolescent or young adult, you think you know everything already. But the thing is that in your culture, you go out and you date. You try to find a partner. That's everybody's told, go find a partner. You've got to find your beloved. You've got to find your soulmate. You've got to find someone to love you. And so the whole dating process begins. You meet people, you date, you try out relationships. And since you've been learning it's a fantasy, you make a lot of mistakes. You get hurt, you get rejected, you get shamed, you get humiliated, you get separated, isolated. You can even get lonely, you get really damaged, you're wounded. It can be very, very rough. But somewhere in there, you get this first hit, this crush on someone, a mutual excitement, explosion of passion. Wow, this is love, you say. It doesn't seem to last at the beginning because you don't really know how to make it last. And many people's relationship ends with the first argument, the first conflict, or after a while, a whole bunch of conflicts where you make assumptions about the other person and they make assumptions about you. You project what you think on them and they project what they think on you. and after a while you realize it's not working, and the conflict is painful, and you run away, nurse your wounds, and then at some point you get your courage up and you back into the market. Now you can do this many times. You keep hoping. You keep hoping that you'll find that love. You keep hoping that you'll get this divine, wonderful experience and that will last forever and ever. It's so romantic. But after getting hurt a bunch and trying to figure out what this love thing is and how to do it, how to make it work, well, sometimes you just settle. You say, okay, I'll just go ahead and commit myself to this relationship. I'll just go and I'll just do this relationship. And whatever happens, I'll stick with it. I'll be a good person. I will commit myself, and I'll just make it work. And sometimes this requires tremendous sacrifice on your part. Sacrifice of your identity, sacrifice of who you perceive yourself to be, a whole bunch of giving ins or trying to control and dominate and fight or try to please. One way or another, that you may find that doesn't work either. And some people find their solution. Okay, I guess, I don't think I'm ever going to get really good love, but I need security. I need a relationship to feel secure. So I'm going to just go with this relationship, and I am just going to, I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but I'm just going to stay here. And these people numb out. They compromise, they numb out, they shut down. They just, okay, this is just the way life is. But dear ones, you don't have to be cynical. Some of you found great relationships. And some of you just say, oh, to heck with that. I'd just as soon be alone as to go through all the hassles of that. But you see, the need to have somebody, the need to feel secure, the need to feel validated, loved, cared for, doesn't really establish a good basis for love. So what we're saying here is that only when you can find a partner who is willing to talk it out, to work out all the details of the negotiations of a relationship, which takes a lot of courage, takes a lot of will, takes a lot of commitment. Because you could get hurt somewhere in the process, inadvertently, because you don't really want to hurt the other person, or the other person doesn't want to hurt you, but you don't know how to really work a relationship. So if two of you make that commitment and are dedicated, it can work. The two of you can learn how to love together. But it takes courage. So what is the real love? What's true love? Well, now, it may begin with passion, but true love really starts with you loving yourself. If you don't love yourself, you don't have a clue how to love someone else, really. If you are dysfunctional within yourself, you're going to attract a dysfunctional lover. So the first thing to do is to really care about you, have compassion for you, be forgiving of your own mistakes. Stop being so damn critical of yourself. Don't numb out and ignore yourself and not listen to yourself, but listen to what's going on in your thoughts and your feelings. Care about you. Pay attention to what's valuable and what's important to you. Support yourself emotionally. Give yourself a lot of compassion, because you're in new territory when you are learning how to truly love yourself. Really own your divine nature. Allow yourself to receive love from the divine, from your spiritual team. And if you don't know how to do that, we did a seminar on receiving, working with your spiritual team, and learn how to love yourself and how to express that love to yourself. Now, this is not ego love. It's not puffing yourself up. It's not self-indulgence. Okay, I love myself, therefore I'm going to eat a lot of ice cream. No, when you love yourself, you're saying, I know all that ice cream is not good for my body. So I'm not going to eat ice cream, but I'm going to do something that's fun instead. And I want to go to this movie. I think that would be fun. So I'm going to do that. Or, we knew one person who loved to take bubble baths and to just kind of luxuriate in the bubble baths. So whatever it is that's your cup of tea, give that to yourself. Nurture yourself. Really pay attention. You're number one. Now, when you're number one doesn't mean that you're arrogant, doesn't mean that you control, that you're kind of mean and dominating. No, that's part of the fantasy that gets picked up from the culture. No, you are intimate with yourself. You are vulnerable. You're open. Now, once you start getting that and you don't have that, you don't carry that burden of shame and pain and feeling insecure all the time and feeling like you're not good enough and all that, you'll start feeling okay. You'll start feeling that you really like being yourself. You really enjoy being you. Yeah, you're fun. You like yourself. You like your company. And you can be by yourself and just have a good time. When that happens, you're actually ready now to have a relationship, a love relationship with another. So once you know how to love yourself, you can then share it with another person. And if you can find someone who is willing to love themselves and to love you, and for the two of you to negotiate and give you love and you love them, and sometimes when you love them, you may even love them more than yourself. You may, you want what is best for them, regardless, and they want what is best for you. This can work into a beautiful love where that passion, that sizzle, that fire of the beginnings of a relationship can become a slow, wonderful, simmering, harmonious hum of love. Now, once you are able to work out your differences, to laugh at the craziness of life, that two people with totally different realities, coming together to create something harmonious is a heck of a lot of entertainment, you might say, or at least it is for us. And what we suggest here is that as that unfolds, you'll find you have brought heaven to earth, that you know how to love, and this love is bursting forth, and the more that you love each other, the more you can love more, and that's they want to extend this love to others, to the world. Now, maybe if you're young and you're totally in love and it looks really great, you want to extend that love to your children, to having children, and if you've already had children and you're finally getting that love down, well, love those children from that new place that you are, right? Love those grandchildren from the new place that you are. Be this great, wise, luminous being who loves. And you will be sharing a wave of love, a ripple effect to go around the whole planet. You are not aware of how much impact you have on not just people that you know in your close circle, but on the world. It's your world, it's your reality. Love is grand, and we wish that for each one of you. So happy Valentine's Day, or happy Love Day, whatever day of the year it is. Blessings. Farewell.